Hey everyone, it's Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm bringing you a weird army that surprisingly works. The hybrid army usually has Hogs and Miners and they have a great synergy, so I decided to replace the Miner with a Headhunter. If there are no defending heroes, a Headhunter is effectively a Miner that stays above the ground. It has slightly improved damage per second, however it does have significantly less HP. Good thing with Headhunters is that you can plan where they will run when they are defending heroes and can tank for the Royal Champion as well as they stay above the ground. So the army I'm using has 2 Super Wall Breakers, 8 Hogs, a Golem, an Ice Golem, a Lava Hound, 4 Witches and 20 Headhunters. Spells are 2 heals, 2 freezes, 1 poison, and 4 invisibility spells for your Blizzard, which you will bring in the CC, which is usually the 4 Super Wizards, and I like using 5 Archers. At the Siege Machine, I usually bring the Blimp, obviously, for the Blizzard. So let's go to the first attack. So as with any new weird armies that I come up with, I usually test them on friendly challenges a couple of times. So this one is the first attempt that I had. So I'm using my Blizzard for the town hall, just getting rid of some of the defenses there. Now when you're using this army as well, one of the things you have to look at is, okay, where am I going to get the most value from the Blizzard? Yes, but you also have to look at where the heroes are, since you bring in Headhunters obviously. So on this occasion I brought the Blizzard, I got the Scattershot, I got the town hall, and I also got the defending king with it. And then I start with my king and my queen. My queen walking to the left, she's going to be able to go and take out the Royal Champion. And on the right hand side, my king is just getting rid of the single Inferno. I send my Hogs with my Grand Warden and my Royal Champion. Then I send a few Headhunters behind, and then I send the rest of them just to go directly to the queen. Now the Royal Champ has been killed by my queen, so there's no more defending heroes. So now my Headhunters can stay in the center of the base, just helping clear all of the buildings. I use the freeze there for the Scattershot and the cannon, just to make sure that my Headhunters do get rid of that Scattershot. The Golem is still alive, we still have the Royal Champ with ability, the Warden is still at full health, and I've got my Witches. So the Witches, usually I use them just for funneling, and sometimes I use the Golem just to tank for those Witches as well. Now the Golem gets targeted by the single Inferno, the Headhunters get rid of the single Inferno, and this was a triple. So the next one is also a friendly challenge, and then after this one I'm going to show you some of my Legend League replays that I use this army with. So I'm putting the Blizzard there, as you can see the Queen is there and the King as well, so I can get rid of the King and the Queen, or at least damage her quite a fair bit. And the Scattershot also went down, and it also created a nice little path for my Sui heroes. So I send my Ice Golem with my King and my Queen. As the Ice Golem is about to pop, I put the poison down just to get rid of those ice pups. My King is going to be able to get rid of the Eagle, and he's going to continue going up. He's going to be able to get rid of the Queen, and now I put my Witches at 3 o'clock with the Golem tanking for them. The King now getting rid of the Inferno and the Queen, so now I can send my Hogs with a few Headhunters to go to the Royal Champion, and then I send the rest of the Headhunters and they all go inside the base. Put my first heal, then I use the Warden ability as they're going up. The Queen now, she's going to be able to get rid of the Tank Hole, which is in the center of the base. I use a freeze spell anyway, just to make sure that my troops do get it down, and that way I can also save my Queen ability. I still have one more freeze. I've got the Queen and the Royal Champion ability, and I've got a lot of Headhunters on the outside, just clearing up some of the buildings. Use my final freeze for the Inferno just to make sure that my RC does bring it down. Queen is going through the wall, the Warden is tanking for my Queen, so she's going to be able to get rid of that Expo. Now I use her ability so she goes through the wall nice and quick, and I can get rid of the final few defenses, and we still have a few Headhunters alive with the Witch and the Queen. So now we're ready for Legend League, so let's see what we do. So there's this box base, so I send my Lava Hound. So as you can see, the Lava Hound is always there for tanking your Blimp. If you send a Lava Hound, your Blimp will get a lot further into the base. Now I wanted the Blimp to go into the center compartment, but the Sweeper ended up pushing it. I was debating whether I needed to freeze or not. Probably I should have. So I ended up just clearing that side of the base. and also killing the royal champion. So we've got a king and a queen left, and as you can see, they're both next to the town hall. So I decided to send my king and queen to Sui for the town hall and go towards those heroes. Now, if those heroes go down, then the headhunters are pretty much like minus. That are gonna go through from building to building to building. The only thing with them is that they do have way less HP, but they do hit a bit harder. So I just wanted to use them just like a normal hybrid. The town hall goes down, all of the heroes are down. You can use a few of the headhunters just to kill them as well. And then I start putting the first heal for the Hogs and the royal champion as they're coming through. Usually the freezes, I use them for the scatter shot, just to make sure that they don't kill my headhunters or my Hogs. You will notice that I think it's 1 or 2 shots of the scatter shot and the headhunters are dead. So you also don't want to group them too much. So here they keep going around. We still have the queen ability. The royal champ is clearing some of the defense. Headhunters end up getting rid of that bomb tower. Now they can get rid of the elixir storage. They're still going around. 20 seconds left. I use the queen ability just to save some time. However, this compartment is closed. The queen is going to get targeted by the single inferno, and I ran out of time. And this was a 98%, but it was also my first attempt with this army. So now we're coming again now against Sabine. We're ready for a 3-star, so let's see if we can get it. Send my lava hand with my blimp, get to where I wanted it to go. I want to get rid of the town hall and the scatter shot. So they start hitting it. They're also going to be able to get rid of the warden statue, which is perfect, and they're also pulling the CC, which is something I wanted. Now have a look where all the heroes are. They're all on the same area. So the royal champ, the queen, and the king are in the same area, which is perfect for me. Another thing that you can do with your headhunters, you see where the heroes are. You know that the headhunters are going to be running straight to the hero. So if you can put the Hogs to start running in and then get the headhunters to meet them where the heroes are, it's kind of like the perfect thing. That way your headhunters don't get stalled in the buildings at the beginning. They will come in with the Hogs, and then once they're in the center of the base, they start getting rid of the buildings inside the base. So I put the first heal down, and they're running around, clearing some of the defenses. The headhunters, now they're getting rid of the multi-inferno in the center of the base, and they keep going up. Use my freeze for the scatter shot, and they keep going up around the base. So now we've got the royal champ on the outside. We still have a few Hogs. We still have headhunters, and the queen is on the outside as well with the witches. So the royal champ ability, we use it here. And now she just gets rid of the final defense, and this is going to be our first 3-star with this crazy army, which I was pretty happy that I ended up getting it. So then we came in against Emperor Mori, and I sent again my lava hand with the blimp. I want to target that town hall. Usually if the town hall is centered, I definitely want to get the town hall. If you don't get it, it's pretty hard, unless if you cannot find a way using Sui heroes to get rid of the town hall. Now I wanted to get rid of the scatter shot as well. However, all of the wizards were dying, but I ended up getting rid of that. Royal champ would have been good as well, but that's okay. I sent the super wall breaker with my king and queen and the ice golem, and then I put my witches at 12 o'clock with the golem, and they're just moving in. The king is getting rid of that compartment. He's going to be able to go on the outside as well, just creating a bit of a path. Send a few headhunters to get rid of the defending queen. And now, as you can see, it was defending queen, then in a line there's the king, so my headhunters are going to be running to the king, and then following that is the royal champion as well. Now the headhunters ended up triggering the tornado trap, which allowed them to wait for the royal champ to catch up with them. But now that the defending royal champ goes down, they can just start clearing the buildings. And it was pretty good synergy between the queen, the warden, the royal champ, and Hogs. Now there's only that single inferno left, but we still have a freeze, so we freeze it, and she's gonna keep going around that area. Now she dies. However, the queen can reach all of these defenses, and we still have her ability. I didn't need that poison since the blizzard ended up getting rid of the CC. and this was another triple. Now we've got this base. Now again, like I'm doing this at 5100 to 5200 trophies, so not all of the bases are fully max. So here we've got this one, but it's pretty much still the same idea. So I'm sending the blimp, get rid of the eagle, I kill the queen as well, and just try getting more defenses. Now that I've gotten rid of that center compartment, then I have to think of where to put my king. So I put him there. I want him to run towards 12. Now that once I know that he's definitely running up, I put the ice golem just for tanking. Send a couple of hogs for the mortar just to make sure that the queen doesn't decide to do a queen thing and start walking to the left. I put my witches at around 1230 with the golem just for them to start clearing some of those defenses, and so that my king and queen remain inside the base and go towards the center instead of staying on the outside. I want them to stay in the center. Now I sent that other super wall breaker, probably shouldn't have done that, and I continue going inside the base. The scatter shot goes down, and then that's the arch tower down. Now that I know that they've done that, I can send my hogs with the warden and the royal champion, and I knew that the town hall was going to be activated pretty soon, so that's why I sent them there with the headhunters. And also the final hero was that royal champ, which went down to the headhunter. So now the headhunters can just keep clearing the base as the royal champion and the hogs start clearing the defenses. Put the poison down for the skelly trap and the freeze as well, so that the royal champ doesn't die. We still have one more hog there helping out. Use the royal champ ability. She's gonna die to this single, but we still have the king alive, the queen alive, quite a few headhunters and the witches, so that goes down. And this was another triple against Roman with the headhunter hybrid. Now there's this base, which is quite common as well. Yeah, it's not completely max, but it's still a common base, so this is how you can triple it with this attack. Again, it's a center town hall, so I want to get my blizzard all the way inside, so to bring the town hall down, at least that way we get the 1-star, and then I'm sure that we can get about 50%. So I wanted to get a few more defenses there. I ended up getting the scattershot. I actually wanted to get the eagle, but that's okay. The scattershot is enough. So at 3 o'clock, I put my ice golem to tank. I put the poison down for the baby dragon and a super wall breaker so that they go inside the base. Now that they're finally going inside the base, I can start thinking, okay, where do I want to put my witches? So I put them at 12 with another super wall breaker and the golem to tank for them, just to make sure that my heroes end up going inside the base as well instead of walking out. Now the king was beating through a wall, but I ended up sending the hogs and the headhunters. As you can see, again, the same thing, heroes in a line. So it was royal champ, queen, and then defending king, all of them in a line, so I could send my headhunters with the hogs, and I knew they were all gonna be running in a straight line, helping each other out. And once all the defending heroes go down, the headhunters become minus, and they just start clearing all of the buildings that the royal champion and the hogs left up, and build a pretty good synergy between them. So they just continue there, and we got another triple against the doula. Well, that's the army. What do you think of it? Maybe give it a try. I must say that it was pretty strong. I wasn't getting a lot of triples, but I was getting a lot of 100% 2-stars. And as I said before, the thing that you have to look at is where are the heroes and where is the tank hall. Can I get a lot of value from the blizzard? Can I get to the heroes nice and quick and then have the headhunters just clearing the buildings that the hogs leave behind? Just give it a go. Obviously, I believe hybrid is a bit stronger, obviously. The miners, I think they've got like 1000 HP compared to 440 that the headhunters have, so definitely a lot stronger in regards to the HP, but the headhunters do have that little bit of more damage per second. So if you liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.